Hi, this is Whitney, and I'm the founder of the Faces of the Shadows project, and I'm here with my husband, Keith.
Hello.
Today, we're going to give you a glimpse into our background, tell you how this project came to be, what we're doing, and what our plans for the future are. A little bit about myself is that I am from Arkansas, specifically the inner city of Little Rock. I am a sociology major. We've been married for 10 years.
10 years.
And we have 5 kids. The youngest is 10 months old, then 4, 7, 9, and 13.
Wow.
Tell us a little bit about you, Keith.
Okay, well, I mainly grew up in Minnesota and Michigan. I am mixed ethnicity of Filipino, Irish, and Welsh. And one thing that Whitney was talking about was that our big family is also a blended family. Our oldest comes from Whitney's previous marriage, but we have a wonderful house full of love. This year, I actually medically retired from the Air Force after 12 years.
Woo!
And now I am back in school as a game design major. So, let's talk a little about our journey and the motivations for this podcast, Whitney.
Well, my journey for awareness, self-worth, and my motivation really started whenever I was dealing with some childhood trauma and working through that and making myself better. I'll go more into that in future episodes as we navigate those topics, but for now, I just want you to know that those things helped me to always want to learn, understand, and help others. I've been trying to find my voice pretty much my whole life, but in the last 2.5 years, I've really made a lot of progress. I've done that by going to therapy, reading books, listening to podcasts, and really learning what self-care looks like for myself. Now I'm at a point where I want to use my voice to reach and inspire others. What are your motivations, Keith?
Well, a big motivation for me is the fact that I grew up having a very non-traditional childhood. I moved around a lot, and I lived with a lot of different family members. And no matter where I went, I always stood out because nobody else looked like me. And so I know a lot of other people can identify with that, so I want to be able to share that story. And also, transitioning from the military this year into a civilian lifestyle has given me back a lot of personal freedoms. And my biggest personal freedom that I've gotten back is my free speech. And I'm going to use it to be able to challenge cultural paradigms so that we can all live in a better world.
So what is the Faces of the Shadows project?
Well, that's a great question, Whitney. The Faces of the Shadows project is a multi-part project that looks at social justice, equality, and humanity with an emphasis on the education and activism. And we're going to look at topics like race relations, mental health, education, and even generational curses.
We'll also look at things like women's rights, addiction, classism, and politics. We are not affiliated with either party. We just want to encourage people to vote and keep people up to date on current events and how they're affecting marginalized communities. As we shine light on the faces of each topic, we will provide resources for people being affected by these adversities, friends or family seeking advice, and steps to getting involved in many different ways. What is the vision for this project?
Well, the vision is really to educate and inspire. We're also going to get people involved in their local communities and hopefully talk about worldwide issues. We want everyone to be able to make positive changes, and we're going to try to help by providing resources.
We want to build a community committed to shining light. I hope to have local chapters nationwide of people willing to shine that light and dedicated to being the difference. We're going to provide a platform for the marginalized and oppressed communities. We will have guests from all different backgrounds to tell their stories, and as we grow, we hope to have experts on to educate us further because we sure do not know everything right now.
But where are we in the grand scheme of things right now?
We are in the beginning stages of the project. Although this is something I have been wanting to do for years, I've just now gotten brave enough to really launch it and put myself out there. So Right now, we're focusing on networking, gathering resources, and building the podcast to reach to like-minded people who would like to take part in bringing faces out of the shadows. We are building across all social media sites, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We also have a blog where updates and resources will be added as our database grows. Of course, we have this YouTube page for our podcast, and we will be introducing a video blog showing how we are getting involved and growing this project soon.
Yes, so please follow along on our journey by liking, sharing, and subscribing.
Remember to be a light, not a face in the shadow. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.